Sid and Friends in the morning.
77 WABC.
Well, let me go to Chicago. That's where our dear friend, the lovely Caitlin Sinclair, usually in studio, but she's in Chicago. And she texted me yesterday. She was walking through like a 20,000 angry pro-Hamas protesters. Caitlin Sinclair, you're alive and well. Good morning.
Good morning, my friend. We are alive and surviving, okay? We're amongst such angry people. I don't know how well we could be.
I know. You actually said to me yesterday, save me, get me out of here. And what's funny is, Caitlin, we were in Milwaukee together. I mean, you blew me off for Charlie Kirk. That's fine. But we were in Milwaukee together. And you remember, it was just an incredibly unifying experience. You know, Trump had just gotten shot. Everybody loves President Trump. You and me, all of us, all on the floor, everybody on the same page. It wasn't like this bickering going on with the Bidens and the Harrises and the Clintons and the Obamas. It was just amazing. There were no protests. There was no riots, no cops. I mean, you're in Chicago. You're right there. Tell me the major difference between what you and I experienced in Milwaukee and where you are now in Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, so my favorite part, and besides the differences of, you know, these angry people and just how honestly hideous all these liberals are, I have to say. But besides those differences, the hypocrisy that's existing, right? The Democrats told us that walls don't work, yet there is fences and walls everywhere here. Requiring IDs to vote is racist, according to Kamala Harris, yet they're requiring IDs to enter. And then they're saying we need to defund the police for the past 4.5 years, and there are cops with riot gear, Sid, around every street corner. And my favorite part about all of this is these riot police outside, they're not here to protect Kamala Harris or Joe Biden from ultra-MAGA Trump supporters. They're there to protect Democrats from other Democrat voters. Yep. So the irony here, the hypocrisy that exists, was not addressed once on that stage last night. And then the contrast is so stark. You're so correct. Between the RNC and the DNC, I'm taking away the message it's sending to young people, Sid. So you have leaders like Vivek Ramaswamy at the RNC that was encouraging the young generation to start families, to rebel, to have a voice, to get involved. And then here at the DNC, oh, well, we can kill babies on wheels. Nothing screams empowerment quite like that, right?
Yeah, that's true. And I like the way you described the scene there, because I thought it was very difficult to get around in Milwaukee, and then talking about the hypocrisy. And you're so right on all of it. And I'm glad I was right about the stark contrast. I only saw it from a television standpoint. I was watching, Jesse Waters and Laura Ingraham last night. It just looked dead. I mean, obviously once AOC and Biden took the stage, which was basically Tuesday morning, they had a little bit of folks in there, but it just looked dead. Tell me this, Caitlin, when you're walking around, whether it's Radio Row where you are or TV, wherever you are, how would you describe the mood of the media?
I think everyone's on the same page here, and that is, this was not a process that Americans were happy about. An installment of Kamala Harris, that the word I've been using is flat, Sid. You talk to voters, you talk to people, you're around the media, and everyone's kind of just flat, just monotone. Like, yeah, I guess she's better than Joe, but that's it. That's it. Not we're excited about her. Right. She's better than Joe. Right. So it's falling flat. It's very monotone. It's very boring. You had Don Lemon here yesterday. I thought that was so far on Media Row my favorite guy to see.
Who's he working with, Don Lemon? He got fired. Who's he working with?
I think he's just here trolling. I don't know what he's doing.
Because he was actually in Cincinnati a couple of days ago. It was all over Fox News the last couple of days.
That's right.
He was interviewing Democrat voters in Cincinnati that were voting for Trump.
You know what, Sid? I think he might have the same problem here, because even when I attended that rally I texted you from yesterday, a little protest, some of these protesters, most of these protesters, they don't like Kamala. They don't support this party. Again, it's the same voters that they're trying to appeal to that actually hate them. So Don Lemon might have that same problem when he's going around Chicago asking folks who they're voting for. This is a city that has, it's a cleaner New York. I'll give it that. But the deterioration of Chicago, the defund of the movement of the police, the funding of the police, these folks are angry. They want their city back. They want their streets to feel safe and secure. So they might be some Donald Trump supporters in disguise here, and Don Lemon might be a little surprised when he takes to the streets here.
You know, one thing, too, I noticed last night, Caitlin, was I was on the floor at our convention in Milwaukee 3 nights. Yeah. And there was some shots taken at Biden, no question about it. I'd be lying if I said there wasn't. But that wasn't the real force behind the speeches. There was a lot of folks talking about what Trump did for them. This is what Donald Trump did for me. This is why I want him back. Now, I didn't see every speech last night, and mostly I saw just the highlights or the lowlights. But whether it was AOC or Hillary Clinton or Biden or the idiot governor from this state, Kathy Hochul, it seemed to me like all they did last night was bash the opposition, bash Donald Trump, convicted felon. Was that not the case?
I so love that you brought that up, because that is completely correct. That's all he did was talk about how he is not Donald Trump. And Sid, that is exactly what Kamala Harris is running on, right? That she's not Donald Trump. Zero policies, zero vision, zero agenda, zero ways were talked about or listed last night for how we are going to make this country wealthy, secure, and safe. So the American people sitting at home, how often do they want to hear about Joe Biden and Kamala Harris hating Donald Trump, right? When they can't put food on the tables, they can't fill up their gas tanks, and they're too scared to send their kids to school. So I don't think the American people are falling for this anymore. But that was exactly what the speech and the theme was. And I'm pretty sure the Kamala Harris call that was Women for Kamala had more testosterone in the room than the DNC last night, with all these men getting their balls chopped off. So there's that.
You got a special night coming up tonight with both Obamas and Emhoff. And, you know, one last thing, and this is going to be very Trumpian of me, I know that. But the one thing I did notice in Milwaukee was very good-looking crowd. I mean, you're a gorgeous girl, but very good-looking crowd. The guys are good-looking, the girls are good-looking. And I'm watching TV last night, and these were some of the ugliest people. You know, we all showed up in dresses and suits, looked like $1 million. Half of these people last night were like dressed as characters. So in a very Trumpian way, I'm here to tell you that the Republican Party is the much better looking party. Your thoughts, Caitlin?
I am here to second that. I don't understand Kamala Harris running on the woman card, Sid, as we all know, running on gender, yet why are you not dressing like a woman? Where are the nice dresses? Like, I don't understand how this is the best we can do. These pantsuits, we already know from Hillary Clinton, yuck, get them out. Some of the most hideous people, I'm so sorry. We definitely sound a little bratty here, but the blue hair, the earrings, the tattoos all over the face, the angriness. It's not hot, guys.
No, it's not hot. Well, I hope you have somebody to hang out with there. I know you got Charlie and his crew, but you got 3 more days leading up to the big speech on Thursday night. If you would do this again tomorrow, we'd be forever grateful. We'd love you. I would just tell you to be careful out there, and thank you very much for calling in this morning. We'll talk again very soon, Caitlin. Thank you.
Let's do it, Sid.
Thank you. That's the great Caitlin Sinclair. She really is terrific with Charlie Kirk and Turning Point, and she went out there, God bless her soul, she's hanging out with all these horrible, angry Democrats.